agree with LaVar here?
No, I don't. I don't really think that has anything to do with it. I think probably Jason Tatum has reached out to Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant was just saying, Kobe, I don't think Kobe sees in Lonzo what he sees in Jason Tatum. Although Skip believes that Lonzo will be transcended, he sees Jason Tatum and saw what he did last year and sees that mentality. He's more like, Jason Tatum is more like Kobe with the Mamba mentality. Maybe Zoe is more like LeBron with his, oh, I'm going to get everybody else involved. Jason Tatum, like, I'm getting buckets. So for me, I don't think he liking LeBron over Kobe. I don't think that fazed Kobe one bit. I think when you have guys, and think now, Skip, we would have never saw Michael working out with a younger guy. It's hard for me to believe that Magic or Larry or some of these other guys, but this is a new time and this is a new era, a new day now. These young guys come in, they want to be where these old heads are. They have no problem whatsoever reaching out, partake some of that wisdom. Help me get to the level that you are. And they don't take it like, well, I can't teach you, bro, because I don't want you to be better than me. Nah, they're going to pull you along. We want you to be good. Our league becomes better. The more good players, the great players we have, the better for our league. But I don't think Lonzo liking LeBron more than Kobe is the reason why Kobe's doing this. I believe Kobe will help anyone that will reach out to him and ask for his assistance. Kobe is not one of these guys that's going to volunteer information to you if you don't ask him for it. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think Kobe sees a guy that has the potential to be great, wants to be great, reached out to him, because you remember that Details throughout the playoffs, Kobe was doing this thing, Skip, I think it was called Details,
yep,
where he was critiquing everybody,
yep,
and he had very, very high praise for Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
And Jason Tatum was like, wow, I ended up watching it 25, 30 times because that's Kobe talking about me, saying I was doing some things good, but there's some things that I can do better. So I think that's why Kobe is doing what he's doing. Jason Tatum reached out, and here we are.
Okay. Let's go back to LaVar.
Yes.
You know what I think of LaVar. I do respect him because he loves his three sons to a fault, but he loves them. And
Correct.
He's there for them, maybe to a fault, but he's there. And
Correct.
the one thing you can't criticize LaVar for is he keeps being right. He said Lonzo's going to end up playing for the Lakers, and he plays for the Lakers. And he said all along, all last year, he said, LeBron's coming to the Lakers. And he came to the Lakers. And I think he was right to call out Kobe here because he's on to something that was on my radar last week, and LaVar spoke it into existence. He speaks a lot of things into existence, but he went right for the throat of this. And again, I don't love what LaVar has done to his number one son because he painted a target on his back that was the biggest we've ever seen for an 18 or 19-year-old coming into this league. And I know you say, what about LeBron? But everybody wanted LeBron to succeed. Nobody was rooting against LeBron when he came out of high school. I don't think. I don't know of anybody. But Lonzo, about 2/3 of the NBA world was rooting against Lonzo because of his father, because they're just rooting against LaVar. They want to see LaVar fall and fail, and so, in turn, it has to start with Lonzo.
Well, the blowback is on Lonzo because they're really rooting against LaVar.
Correct. So, in this case, Kobe has taken a keen interest in a Boston Celtic upcoming star. And again, Lakers-Celtics, is it not the ultimate NBA rivalry?
Oh, absolutely.
And all during the playoffs, I kept thinking, Kobe, what are you doing? Like, you're Mr. Laker. You've become the number one Lakers ambassador. And again, he didn't say this publicly, Kobe, about Lonzo and Jason Tatum. He told this to Drew Hanlon, this NBA shooting coach, skills coach. And Drew Hanlon told an FS1 reporter that Kobe finally concluded, well, why didn't we, the Lakers, draft Jason Tatum? Well, I'm not surprised that Kobe would feel that way.
Skip, you can always go back and make that case because they're saying, okay, why did the Lakers draft Porzingis instead of D'Angelo Russell? Why didn't Portland take Kevin Durant over Greg Oden? There's always situations where you can go back like they should have taken that guy over this guy. But in a situation like this, I think Kobe likes everybody that doesn't play for the Lakers because nobody threatens his legacy. I don't think. Let me just say for the sake of argument, not that LeBron would ever reach out to Kobe. He probably ask him, okay, what's going on, but not as far as game tips. You think Kobe gonna be all head over heels to come help LeBron? I believe Kobe likes everybody that doesn't play for the Lakers that has anything that could possibly do to take a dent into his legacy. We know how protected Kobe is. We know how Kobe fans, how protected they are of Kobe. So I'm not surprised that Kobe's doing this. I believe Kobe is sincere. I believe Kobe wants to help guys. I'm not so sure that, if Kuzma were to reach out, do I think he'd help Kuzma? Maybe. We need to have one of these guys reach out to Kobe and see in order for us to have definitive proof one way or another. But I just believe Jason Tatum reached out to him and says, okay. But he sees what Jason Tatum is. Jason Tatum can legitimately be a 25-point-a-night scorer, Skip. He can legitimately be a 4 or 5 assist, 6, 7, 8 rebound-a-night guy.
He plays for the Boston Celtics. You can't do that if you're Kobe Bryant. You cannot. Details, whatever you want to call it, you can't do it. You just have to draw the line. I know he's trying to segue into his second career in Hollywood and in analyst work, and I get that, but he loves Jason Tatum, in part because Jason Tatum loves him and modeled his game after, he's shown the film by this Drew Hanlon. Look how much Jason Tatum looks like you because he's practicing all your moves. Well, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, Kobe's saying Drew Hanlon's making all this money off these guys. I can get some of this money. If you're going to pay the shooting coach $200,000, $300,000, Kobe's like, hey, break bread with me too.
Okay.
I got these real tips for you.
At the expense of the Los Angeles Lakers? Really? You're going to do that? Because to me, if you're saying, why didn't we, the Lakers, draft Jason Tatum, aren't you taking a big shot at Magic Johnson? Isn't that critical? Again, he didn't go public with it. It was through Drew Hanlon, right?
All things being equal, Skip, yeah, they should have. You know that,
but I do not know that. I don't know that at all. And again, I do think that Lonzo Ball is going to be transcendent. I think he's a very special player. And I also read earlier that when Kobe and Lonzo first met, it didn't go that well. It was reported that it was kind of a cool meet, like a little icy because Kobe asked him about, do you have a post-up game? Obviously, Lonzo's 6'7" and could post up smaller guards. And that Lonzo wasn't keen on that question because he's a we first and Kobe's a me first. So Kobe's coming at it from how can you score the basketball? And Lonzo's saying, I make everybody better. Well, I love that about him.
Even in the process of making it, Magic Johnson made everybody better. But Magic had a post-up game, and Magic also could score the basketball. So just because, listen, I don't care. The Lakers can't get to where they want to be with him being Ricky Rubio the first 4 or 5 years of his career. That's not going to happen. You know that, I know that. So he's going to have to score the ball. He has a funky shot, which is going to make it more difficult for him to score the basketball. So, Skip, he's going to have to do something to get easy buckets, getting to the basket. He doesn't do that very well. So you're going to have to get a mid-range game. You got to get a post-up game. Skip, you're going to have to do other things besides shoot threes.
He's got all that. He just didn't last year choose to use much of that. Maybe they will push him, okay? Maybe LeBron will push him to get a little more selfish, to be a little bit more me first. But I'm not backing off. Lonzo Ball will be better at what he does long term than Jason Tatum will be at what he does. What Jason Tatum does kind of grows on trees. You can find those guys who can shoot and score.
No,
yes, it does.
doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yep. Brandon Ingram can do what Jason Tatum does.
No,
yes.
I don't think so.
Yep. Well, you're a Laker hater, except for one guy,
Whoa, where did this come from? You keep telling me. You keep telling me that Lonzo could do all these things.
Well, he did it last year. 10, 7, and 7. He led the team in rebounding much of the year until Julius Randle barely passed him. He led the team in assists. He was one of the top point guards in assists in the league. Wasn't he top 6 or 8 in assists?
Yeah, Skip. He can assist the basketball. But what Kobe is saying, in order for you to take the next step, you're going to have to do other things besides just facilitate. You're going to have to score too. And right now, the way you're scoring is not efficient. If you think you're going to Skip, the dude shot 30-something% from the three-point line. He shot 33, 34% from the floor. He's shooting 45% from the free throw line. You got to get easy buckets. You got to get layups. You got to get 10-footers.
Well, maybe you need a coach who will actually play you.
Let
you play. I don't know. Maybe.
Hold on. How did this become an indictment on Luke Walton?
Well, because LaVar Ball said Luke needed to be fired last year, basically, because the team had quit on him.
Skip Bayless, now you taking everything to the bank. What LaVar Ball says, that's your black card now.
Well, I'm just telling you that I thought he would actually get to play whole first quarters as a starting point guard, and he yanked him every mid-first quarter. He yanked him and didn't put him back in until mid-second quarter. And to LaVar's point, he's right about this. How can you get any rhythm like that? I just didn't like the way he coached him last year. I know he was trying to cater to the veterans, KCP, and get Jordan Clarkson in there more. I got that.
Luke Walton was trying to win games.
He stunted his growth.
I don't think Luke Walton is in a position where he can play favorites. Luke Walton's job is to win games. He doesn't have the carte blanche service like a Popovich or a Rick Carlisle or Brad Stevens. I know what he did in an interim basis for the Golden State Warriors. But hell, I probably could have got him maybe 4 extra losses instead of he went 39-4. I probably would have went 43-8, 33-8 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But that's neither here nor there, Skip. It's hard for me to believe that Kobe dislikes someone because a player likes someone like LeBron more than they like him.
Well, again, you're discounting the fact Lonzo grew up an idolater of LeBron James, your guy. And
because his game is more situated. Yeah. Because here's the thing, Skip, I look at it like this here. Why would my son, LaVar is a guy, why would my son seek advice from Kobe? I'm his teacher. I've been teaching him his whole life. Now somebody takes interest in Jason Tatum. Now he's talking about how the guy doesn't like my son.
Okay, but if I'm a Kobe idolater, if I love me some Kobe, if I'm almost to the point where I would go, if I'm a Kobe Bryant disciple enough that I would go defame the mural, splash paint on the LeBron Laker mural.
You did.
I didn't do that, but the point is somebody did. Well, whoever did that, does he or she like it that Kobe Bryant has invested all this time in making Jason Tatum better? Because I wouldn't like that if I were a big Kobe fan.
Let me ask you a question, Skip Bayless. When LeBron James wanted to work up his post-up game, work on his footwork, he was a big LeBron James. He said that was my idol growing up. Who did he go work with? He went with Akeem Olajuwon. It's okay. That doesn't mean he thinks any less of Michael. He just maybe Michael wasn't willing to help LeBron. Maybe Lonzo didn't reach out because you remember LeVar knows more basketball than Kobe, than LeBron, and everybody. So why would Lonzo go seek assistance from someone else when his dad is the foremost thinker on all things basketball?
Okay, but you're missing the point that Kobe is trying to turn Jason Tatum into a superstar. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Great.
I love old guys that reach out. It wasn't like Kobe picked up the phone and called him, bruh, you need to get in the gym with me. It's kind of like, Skip, I'm not Kobe. I'm not one of these great guys. But I don't partake wisdom on anyone. But if a tight end or a receiver reach out to me and say, well, Shannon, what do you think about this? How do I get better than doing that? I got no problem. They don't have to be Broncos. Not one Bronco player has, for a tight end has reached out to me and asked me anything.
I think
DG has.
Yeah, you just put yourself in Kobe Bryant's sentence.
No, I'm trying.
You also called Kobe an old guy. I don't know if he's going to like that one too much.
All I'm saying is, Skip, is that when players reach out, I think sometimes we have an obligation to give back.